struck him out. Bones in, baby! Let's play!
Erasmo Ramirez taking him out for his 8th start since returning to the Mariners. The Mariners continue the push to make the postseason and look for a sweep against the Angels this afternoon. We welcome you to Safeco Field, Mariner Baseball. Let's take a look at the Angels batting order that will face Erasmo today.
Brandon Phillips going to lead off, and the Mariners pitching has really done well in this series so far. Mike Trout just 1 for 7 in the series. Albert Pujols had a good night last night, 2 for 4 in last night's ball game. Is C.J. Cron 1 for 6 with 4 strikeouts. So hopefully that trend will continue for the Mariners. For Ramirez, 15 starts on the year, 5-5 record, a 4.35 ERA, and 107 2/3. He has 85 strikeouts, only 26 walks on the year. And a look at the defense for the Mariners. Ben Gamel did not play yesterday. He's back in the lineup today. He is in left field. Yonder Alonso also had the day off at first base, and Mike Zunino will do the catching. For Erasmo in his last outing against the Astros, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a couple of walks, 5 strikeouts through 96 pitches.
Well, here we go. Brandon Phillips going to lead it off for the Angels. First pitch is in there. Strike 1. Ryan Addington is the home plate umpire today. Todd Tichenor at first, Bill Miller at second, David Rackley at third. 64 degrees as we get underway here at Safeco Field. And Erasmo ahead quickly on Phillips. 64 degrees. Scattered clouds. Wind out of the northwest at 1. Flags moving ever so slightly. Full foul.
Talked about Ramirez and how well he has pitched as of late. 5 quality starts in a row. The changes he's made is he has a good fastball. His fastball on average at 92. He'll touch 94, 95 at times. But using his cutter and his changeup combination a little bit more. He does have a slider and a curveball, but again, it'll be typically the cutter and the change.
All 2 strikes to Phillips, who went 1 for 3 last night. Mariners win at 8-1, resounding fashion. 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 6 in the fourth. A lot of great offensive highlights last night. Here's 1-2 pitch. Foul off. Phillips 3 for 7 with the run scored in this series. Coming over to the Angels on the 31st of August from Atlanta. We'd seen him over there when Mariners took 2 out of 3. At Atlanta, 291 batting average, 11 homers and 52 runs batted in. His 9th game here with the Angels. He's doing what a leadoff man's supposed to do. Battle the pitcher, run, get that first inning pitch count up.
You see the tracer. He has spoiled some pretty good pitches from Ramirez. 5th pitch, a cutter off the outside corner, and that last pitch, a good fastball at 91 right on the inside corner. So moving the fastball around with the cutter. 1 changeup so far.
Straight up in the infield. Here's Erasmo, the 1-2. Segura ranging over to his left. Throws out Phillips. 1 out. Mariners 3 games off the pace behind Minnesota for the 2nd wild card. The Angels 2 back. Texas 2.5. Baltimore and the Mariners 3. Kansas City 3.5 and Tampa Bay 4.5 starting this afternoon. Here's Mike Trout.
Trout has been quiet so far in the series. Just a double. He has 1 for 7 in this series.
First pitch strike. Mike 9 for 23 with a homer against Ramirez. He was at hard study about 2 hours ago. His Philadelphia Eagles on his computer, on his iPhone, charting every movement of his good friend, their quarterback Carson Wentz. Right across the river from Philly.
And throughout this series, Seen a lot of that. The one base hit was a double. It was on a fastball that was probably middle in, right at the knees. Found a very good low ball hitter, and Ramirez trying to keep the ball above the belt.
First inning double a couple of nights ago against Mike Leake. 3-1 pitch, and that's exactly where it was, down in his zone. Ball and 2 strikes here to Trout. Teased it. That was off the plate. You can always feel the crowd get a little tense when Trout comes to the plate. He's done so much damage to the Mariners over the years. 23 homers, a .300 hitter. They stopped by Zunino. Full count. Ramirez 4-2. The 2.19 ERA against the Angels. That's in 11 games, 7 starts. Done a nice run against him over his last 9 games. And 5 starts, 4-0. Straightaway center field and deep, going back Heredia. He's turned around. He's running out of room. He's looking up, and it's gone. Mike Trout, home run number 28, 1-0 Angels. Twisting, turning run by Heredia. Mike got all of that one.
And it's one of the things that you worry about. A great player. The Mariners pitching have been able to hold him down. I'd like to see that happen just for one more day, but it will not be the case. In that pitch, probably about mid-thigh on the outside corner.
Didn't you hate that when you saw those numbers, that they'd held him down? And he just, sometimes it's so inevitable with the great ones.
Well, I was just hoping that they would continue to pitch to him with nobody on base, because eventually they were going to get things turned around. Again, I was hoping that it would happen starting tomorrow, but home run for him today. So a couple of base hits, extra base hits for him in the series so far.
24th career home run, 71st RBI, and this season his 3rd homer and 9th RBI against the Mariners. Check swing. They checked down with Todd Titchener. He did go. Speaking of Justin Upton. Upton 0 for 3. All around terrific year. He too, along with Phillips, acquired on 31st of August. There's the 0-2. 280 campaign, 28 home runs, and 97 runs batted in. Ninth game with the Angels. 1-2. Fielded by Alonso. There's 2 down. I'm going to bring up Albert Pujols, coming off a 2 for 3 night. 3 for 14 with a homer against Ramirez.
One of the things we've seen from the Angels is in all 3 games, the starters for the Mariners having to throw a lot of pitches. Leak in game 1. Albers, I believe it was 25 pitches in the first inning yesterday. Now Ramirez, this will be the 19th pitch for him.
That's trouble, because it's going to drop in front of Haniger, was playing deep for Albert. So Albert now 1 swings, extended his hitting streak to 9 games. 35 for his last 101.
And that was a pretty good pitch. Looked like a cutter on the outside corner that he's going to hit right off the end of the bat. And because Haniger was playing basically in front of the warning track, which you would expect with Pujols hitting, a little routine fly ball right off the end of the bat out into right field. It falls in for a base hit. And the next pitch will be 20 for Ramirez.
Brings up Cole Calhoun, 1 for 3 in last night's ball game. Batting 5th tonight, or this afternoon. Batted 7th last night. Had a double to right field in the 4th. Cano out short right field for him. So fouled off, strike 1.
And Ramirez throwing a lot of strikes. 20 pitches, 15 strikes, 5 batters, 5 first pitch strikes. So trying to work ahead.
Both of these teams still very much alive in a wild card chase. Keep you up to speed on the other teams involved. And Albert takes off. Here's a throw to second. Holy mackerel. Albert Pujols, who just had treatment on a bone bruise Wednesday. Ramirez wasn't paying attention to him, and very similar to Big Papi David Ortiz did the same thing last year when he was here. Weren't paying attention. He said, "Wow, I'm a baseball player and I can make this."
And
he did.
Yeah, you can see Alonso's not holding him on. He took a little bit bigger lead that time. Takes off right away, knowing that Alonso was playing behind him.
Albert 2 for 2 on the season in stolen bases. Really important to get Calhoun here as his pitch count keeps going. Base, nope. This will be Cano. The shift works out nicely there. A run on the Trout home run, a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Mike Trout going deep, home run number 28. Angels jump in front early, 1-0. Mariners coming to bat. Mike Trout has already put his mark on this ball game. 1 swing and a run on the board. A home run is 28. Now we're ready for the Mariners against Parker Bridwell, 6'4", 26-year-old from Hereford, Texas. First pitch strike to Gene. Segura, 3-game hitting streak, 3 for his last 14, 11 for 35 on the homestand. Bridwell likes to work fast. Very similar sentiments Mike Leake expressed the other day. My teammates like that, but if I don't pitch fast, it means I'm not pitching well. I'm going to be out of here, so I might as well keep up a good pace. Down to third baseman Luis Valbuena. 1 away.
Take a look at the rest of the lineup for the Mariners. A number of hot hitters in their lineup, and that includes Robinson Cano. Last night he went 3 for 4, a couple of doubles for him. Nelson Cruz, his 32nd home run on the year in yesterday's ball game, and Mitch Haniger 3 for 4, 3 runs scored, a double shy of the cycle.
Here's Yonder Alonso to face Bridwell. Yonder went 0 for 4 in Friday's game. Slicing drive down the line, up in, taking a look, foul ball.
Or Bridwell, his fastball at 92, 93 miles an hour. Cutter curveball to go with it. So mix in a slider. This curveball has been a good pitch for him this year. Opponent's hitting just 159 off the curve, and even 300 off of his fastball.
1-1 to Yonder. This year in the big leagues for him, 25 homers, 60 runs batted in, 264 coming into today's action. 1-2.
Mariners have faced Bridwell a couple of times this year. In 12 innings, they've been able to score 6 runs off of him. Includes a couple of home runs.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. 2 down.
Look at the defense for the Angels. Cole Calhoun in right field. Strong throwing arm. The Mariners will not test him. Luis Valbuena did not play yesterday. He is back at third base today. And Martin Maldonado. Strong throwing arm behind the plate for the Angels.
2 outs, nobody on. Robbie Cano, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs last night. Looking good. He had 2 doubles. 31 on the season, as we mentioned, tied Stan Musial, 13 consecutive years. 30 or more doubles. The only 2 in big league history to do it. Certainly reminds you to look at the numbers of Stan Musial. 22 years, 331 career batting average, 475 home runs, 1,951 ribbies, 725 doubles. And when you go to baseballreference.com, a lot of black. Slugging percentage, on base percentage, batting average. I mean, the guy was just a fabulous, fabulous performer for the St. Louis Cardinals. Number 6. Robbie 4 for 6 with a homer against Bridwell. An 0-2 hole. There's ball 1.
He took an aggressive swing at the curveball on the 0-1 pitch, and maybe he was trying to get that home run today.
Sitting at 299 home runs. Tied for 145th all time with Tim Salmon. 1-2 outside. He had been tied with Ryan Braun, but Braun homered 2 nights ago. Move into a tie with Chuck Klein at 144th all time and even 300 home runs. Up high. Mariners beat Bridwell back on the 30th of June. That was a 10-0 win, and then Bridwell here in Seattle on the 13th of August won 6 innings, a 4-2 victory. So we come to you above the A at Safeco Field. 3-2 to Robbie. It's hit hard the other way. Up there on the track, makes the catch. The Mariners go 1-2-3 in the first. Glad you're with us here on Root Sports. Baseball and Root Sports is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partners in health. Learn to stay Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org. Myrtle Edwards Park, just off of Belltown, looking south on this beautiful day. 1-0 lead for the Angels on a Mike Trout home run. Here's shortstop Andrelton Simmons. Looks at ball 1. Simmons 0 for 1 in yesterday's game. associate wound up, and actually Charlie Nagy and Dino Ebel wound up getting most of the guys in the game last night. It became a blowout. 2-1. The only guy, the position players that didn't play for the Angels last night was Valbuena, but he's in there today as a starter.
It's a good time for the Mariners to continue to play well. Have a chance for the sweep today. Tough road trip, 4 in Texas and Arlington. And they have the 3 in Houston. Come back home, another tough homestand for them. Did catch a break on the last road trip where they have 3 games with Oakland, but then right back to Anaheim again, and who knows how big that series will be.
Both these teams fighting like crazy. If you look at Texas, the Mariners on the season are 8-4 against the Rangers, 3-3 down there in Arlington. Hit foul against Houston. 3-4 in Houston, 5-11 for the season.
Well, hopefully Cleveland will cool off by the time they get here. They have won 17 in a row. Indians in the next homestand.
As you know, there are no gimmies. These guys may keep on rolling.
Yeah,
their pitching's been phenomenal.
They're really playing well.
3-2 here to Simmons, and he skies one left center field. Heredia, sunglasses on, makes the play. Indian. Matter of fact, when you talk about the Indians, 86 wins. They have run down the Houston Astros. They're both tied with 86 wins entering today.
And unfortunately, I think they both want the best record, so they're going to continue to play hard all the way through. Houston and Cleveland and the Mariners play both those clubs.
Orioles and Indians, they play later on tonight. There's Luis Valbuena. Played in Friday's game, went 0-4.
The Mariners have the shift on with them hitting.
If the Mariners make a wild card, it will certainly, it'll redefine well-earned, given all the stuff that they've gone through this year
and this schedule here in the month. Tough schedule.
Popped up. Scott Service announcing the rotation for the Texas series, and 1 game for Houston. Miranda goes Monday, Gonzalez Tuesday, Leak Wednesday. Felix will throw about 35-40 pitches on Thursday, and same for Paxton on Friday. You'll have Albers at the ready. You'll have again.
Sounds like Albers will follow Felix when he's done.
Down goes Valbuena. First strikeout for Erasmo Ramirez.
We'll take a look at the last pitch at the bottom of the strike zone. Gets him to swing right over the top of it.
There's C.J. Crow on the first baseman, 0-4 yesterday. Crone's got some pop. Got to be careful. He's got 14 homers. And he drills that one in the left field. Takes a turn. Gamble will get it back in. Wednesday, September 20th. It marks the final Safeco Insurance Triple Play Ticket Night of the season. Now it's your chance to take advantage of this special offer that includes a ticket, a hot dog, a Pepsi, or beer for as low as $26. Get your tickets at Mariners.com. Robinson Cano bobblehead, big winner yesterday. 26,248 showed up. Swing and a miss by Martin Maldonado, the catcher. 0-2 yesterday. Long look here by Ramirez. Time call. Maldonado had something in his eye. Ramirez trying to put an end to the Angels' second here. 2 out, 1 on. Mike's really good on those short hops, especially with a man on. I mean, it comes up firing, comes up in a ready position throw if he has to.
It's pretty amazing because it's not an easy thing to do with that catcher's glove on, but it's probably one of the best I've seen at it.
One and one to count. Plenty of hang time. Who's going to get it? Haniger? No, it'll be Cano. Cano's out there. Come on, you know better than that. No runs a hit, no errors, and a man left. As we go to the home second, 1-0 Angels. Doing some tailoring, might need a seamstress. Evidently, there was some kind of beef about the sleeve. Maybe it was the black.
Two different colors.
Two different colors. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Phil Miller, crew chief, coming over and alerting him. Last night, was it Casey Lawrence had a gray glove and had to sub it out. So here we go with Nelson Cruz leading off. Mike Scioscia back in the game today. Tossed out last night by David Rackley. Nelly, slicing drive right field. One pitch, one out. Nelly with 107 RBIs leads the American League, one shy of his career best. Set back in the 14th season in Baltimore.
Well, Kyle's been a hot hitter for the Mariners. Had a base hit last night. Before that, hit home runs in 3 consecutive games.
It's 3 games against Houston. Again, good pitchers too. Keuchel, Verlander, and McCullers. Want to know to Kyle. 2 for 6 against Parker Bridwell. Bridwell coming over from Baltimore on April 17th for a player to be named later. There's strike 1-1. Really good day. Wind picking up just a touch. Blowing out towards right. Line drive, base hit. Kyle out of the box hard. Calhoun's got the good arm. He's going to challenge him. He's got the play in front of him, and he's got a stand-up double with one out here in the second. 31st double for Kyle Seager. Mariners making some noise here in the second inning.
And for Kyle, he gets a fastball 93 miles an hour. It's in the middle of the plate, but right at the knees, hits it towards the end of the bat. Keeps his head on it though, drives it down into the corner. Bring up Mitch Haniger. Haniger, what a night he had last night. Ended up 3 for 4, a double shy of the cycle, his 11th home run on the year.
Was really zoned in. Replays we showed him head, right where it's supposed to be, using the lower half the way it's supposed to. Very impressive.
Over his last 9 games, hitting .486, 3 home runs.
Fly ball, give him Chase's Crow. No play. Mitch Haniger at the plate trying to bring home Kyle Seager, who just tied Robbie Cano for the team lead in doubles with 31.
What's been impressive is he has pretty much stayed in the middle of the field. A number of base hits towards right center. His home run was to left center.
One pitch. Here he goes, another challenge. Calhoun's got the good arm. Manny will stop Seager. As Calhoun hits a cutoff man. So the Mariners with 1 out, runners at the corners, and Mitch Haniger continues his hot hitting. 3 for 4 last night. And that's his 16th hit on the homestand. 16 for his last 34.
And you can tell he's really locked in, obviously, by the results, but also he lets his fastball travel a little bit. He's not in a hurry. Inside out swing. It'll jam him a little bit. That tells me is he's going to trust his hands. Not trying to cheat to the baseball at all.
Opportunity here with 1 out. Here's Ben Gamble Friday night. Big 3-run homer. 3-run homer coming in the 2nd inning would turn out to be a 4-3 win for the Mariners and Mike Leake. 2 for 4 night for Ben. Got 8 homers, 48 runs batted in. First pitch strike. Gamble 2 for 3 against Parker Bridwell. And a .272 hitter against right-hander, .295 against lefties. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Throw down to second, and they got him. Caught stealing. 2-6. 2 outs. A lot on that throw by Maldonado.
Yeah, we talked about Maldonado and his defense, and it has one of the best throwing arms you're going to see. Gets rid of it quickly with a lot on it. Clearly out.
1-1 here to Gamble. Two and 1. Haniger caught for the 4th time. He's 4 for 8. Base stealing. Left center field. Long run for Upton. And that drops in. Gamble continues to go. He's going to go to 3rd. And he is in there. Again, Justin Upton just with the ball club on the 31st of August. He's looking at Trout. Trout's looking at him. Drops in.
I don't think the sun was an issue there. I think you're right. I think it was a lack of communication. Valbuena thinks that Ben picked his foot up off the bag at 3rd. He wants him to take a look as we see Upton out in left field. He'll just pull up. I think he could see the ball fine. He just thought the Trout was there. So a break for the Mariners, and they'll certainly take it.
Tie ball game at 1-1. RBI for Gamble is 49th and his 5th triple of the season. Brings up Mike Zunino. There's your triple story. Zunino had yesterday off. Friday went 2 for 4. Broken bat looper. Long run for Calhoun. Can he get there? No, sir. 2-1 Mariners. You see the catcher there? Maldonado really savvy, seeing that everybody gone out. He wanted to play at first base. Mike Zunino with an RBI is 54th.
Looked like it might be a tough inning for the Mariners after Haniger was thrown out stealing, but back-to-back hits quickly. That right off the end of the bat. And why not? Pujols had a base hit similar to that. Michael picked up an RBI. Mariners are 2 for 2 with runners in scoring position.
4 consecutive hits. Here's Heredia. 2 outs, runner at first, 2 runs in. Ball 1. Maldonado, a savvy catcher. Watch this. Mike pops it up, and Maldonado runs right with him. Figured Mike's going to take a big turn. Mike caught a break there. Calhoun and company didn't fire back behind him. 1-1 to Heredia, 1 for 4 in last night's game. How many times have you seen a catcher back pick a guy like that?
Not many, if at all.
How many? And the other question, the next question: how many times have you seen catchers going down there try to be in position to do that?
No, not very often at all. You'll see them a lot of times. They'll run down to back up to keep the ball from going into the dugout. Right. Yeah, that kind of thing, but not to run.
That was a good play.
Yeah, you see it.
2-1 to Guillermo. Another pop up, another long run for Calhoun. Foul territory this time. No play.
Like Crone hurt himself. He pulled up right before he hit the wall and then grabbed his knee. See him right about there. You can see him right away.
Yeah, something went. Yeah, an ankle or a knee.
Ooh, a little bit of a hyperextension it looked like.
Those were ugly.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to watch.
Just trying to walk it off.
Again, there's no crown down there, so I mean it's level all the way. But
he's looking back over his shoulder, trying to find the ball.
You can misstep.
Yep.
Foul. Guillermo trying to make it 5 consecutive hits here in the second inning. Two pitch. Slicing drive. Trout can't get it. How about that? They keep the line moving. Guillermo Heredia. 5th consecutive hit by the Mariners. Runners at first and second.
Good hitting by Heredia. Well, he had a fastball at the top of the strike zone. Here's a look at it. And the Mariners, especially the right-handed hitters, pretty good job hitting the ball the other way. Banniger going the other way, and Zunino, now Heredia. Turn the lineup over. Segura looking for his second at bat. Round out the third, his first time up.
His pitching coach Charlie Nagy out to speak with Bridwell.
Well, the Mariners 2 for 2 so far in the game with runners in scoring position.
A 2-1 lead for the Mariners, and yep, get greedy. Segura ground out the third, first time up. Strike 1. Gene, the 7th man to the plate here in the second inning. A little late, 0-2. Gene trying to deliver here, behind in the count 0-2. Put it in play to Simmons. The flip to Phillips. Inning over, but a productive inning for the Mariners. They get a couple of runs on 5 hits. No errors, leave 2. They've taken the lead 2-1. in the second. 2 runs on 5 hits, couple RBIs, one by Gamble and Zunino. Time now for a CenturyLink What's Next. Here's what the Texas series down in Arlington. Here's what it looks like pitching wise. CenturyLink bringing it to you. Miranda against Hamels, Gonzalez against Gonzalez, Leak against Perez, and Felix Hernandez goes against Andrew Cashner.
Important series for the Mariners. They all are now.
Yes, indeed. This game 143 for both of these teams.
Started today, Texas a half a game ahead of the Mariners for that second wild card. And the Angels a full game.
Top of the order here for the Angels. Brendan Phillips grounded out to short to open up the ball game. There's Alonso with a dive to his right, 1 out. Take a look at the Big Fish Casino big catch. Leandro Alonso positioned just right. A nice move.
Well, we saw Danny Valencia, who had the start in last night's game, make a backhanded play, and now Alonso also doing the same on the line drive. As most hitters would be, not happy with the effort.
Hit it reasonably hard. Got nothing to show for it. Here's Mike Trout, second time. Homered on a 3-2 pitch. First inning. Went downstairs, missed 2-1. Be careful, you can understand why. 3-1. Mike went down and got a pitch and drove it straight away center field. Early 1-0 lead for the Angels. There's a strike. Trout now 8 for 29. 1 home run on this road trip for the Angels. 3-2 pitch. Fair ball. Seager's got it. Trout runs as hard as any superstar I've ever seen running to first base. Seattle Children's Playfield, one of the best destinations here at Safeco Field for the Mariners' youngest fans. It's located behind the main concourse in center field. Playfield provides family fun right here at the ballpark. 2 outs for Justin Upton now. He grounded out to Alonso, first time up. Good running fastball, strike 1. Ramirez looking for a second win in this second tour of duty with the Mariners.
As you would expect, using his cut fastball a lot today. His cutter 88 to 89 miles an hour. That's just a good fastball there at 93.
Room for Haniger. Not quite as much as I thought. Ball kept drifting on him. Tough break. Unfortunate. He was in pretty good shape. Another foot, he would have made the catch.
As you mentioned, the ball slicing away. He wasn't real sure where the wall was at.
So 0-2 here to Upton. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Down low. Texas playing at home to the Yankees right now. End of 4. Yankees 9-3. Mentioned Baltimore and Cleveland, the Sunday night game. Kansas City 10-1 at home against Minnesota in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Nice work by Erasmo Ramirez, picking up his second strikeout. A 1-2-3 third. When we come back, Alonso, Cano, and Cruz. Mariners looking to take this lead to another level. For today's T-Mobile Unlimited Baseball break. And here you go, longest win streaks. The Tribe at 17. Meanwhile, the Dodgers, they had that good run early. They're on both sides of this ledger here. And they have been struggling mightily these last few weeks. Dodgers record. Well, it's really dropped, Mike. 92 and 50. But I mean, that's how far out they were.
They lost 14
out of,
hot.
They lost 14 out of 15 yonder. Sends one high and right to the glove of Cole Calhoun. So 116 wins by the Mariners in 2001 is safe. Dodgers cannot get there. I wonder how much of any panic is going on down there in LA. The way they've played.
I would say not much. As far as the players and the manager goes.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking
the
overall.
fans. Yeah, they're not happy.
I know. Dave Roberts, his staff, they got it under control. But I'm sure when you tune in to talk radio, read the newspapers down there, stay away from the ledge.
Concerning.
Dodgers still have the best record in the National League, but the Nationals aren't far off at 87. Strike one to Robbie, 1-1. Robbie took Upton to the track in left field first time up. Trout a home run first inning. Mariners come back with two-out RBIs. And RBI triple Gamble and Zunino with a base hit for the lead. Center field, here comes Trout. It's sinking, but Trout outruns it. And they're at 2 away here in the Mariner third. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Nelson Cruz got up the home run schneid last night. He hadn't homered since August 19th, and he had a 3-run bullet into the bullpen of the Angels on an 0-2 pitch last night for home run number 32 and RBIs 105, 6, and 7. He's one off his career best.
And the home run looked like it was on a slider, exit velocity of 114, so it ended up in the bullpen in a hurry.
Bridwell staying away from him. 2-1. Nelly with his fly out to right field. 1 for 6 against Bridwell. Hit hard. Base hit. Different sound, isn't it?
It is. And you can see how deep Upton was playing.
Yeah, right.
He had the warning track on his heels. It was a solid line drive, 1 hopper to him.
Nice little draw to it.
We're at Kyle Sear. Kyle with the double down into the right field corner. It's on a fastball, middle of the plate at the knees.
Two outs with a man aboard. First pitch to Kyle inside, and Nelly going to make his way. Head first dive. Oh, they got him. Oh, they had a chance to make it. Maldonado showing off that good arm again. Let's take another look. And clearly, yep, it got there. Simmons put it on him. Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner. Mariners with a 2-1 lead. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports Crew, and we're joined by one-time Mariner Floyd Bannister. Pitched for the Mariners 1979 to 1982, All-Star in 1982, 40 and 50 record. Good to see you. How are you?
Hey, it's great to be here. Thanks.
Great to see you.
Throughout the first pitch today, how'd it feel getting back out on the mound? Well, you got close to the mound. You didn't go all the way out.
No. Hey, I was a starting pitcher. I don't get on the dirt. That's a special guy that starts that day. He's the only one that gets to go on the dirt, and that's I believe in that.
I asked him about it, and he told me Alvarez was the one that was catching it for him. He said after the game he threw last night, he didn't want to hurt him, so quick pitch right there, throw a strike.
That's right. Make it easy.
What did you think of that kid yesterday, Alvarez?
Outstanding. He's on a roll. Hopefully, we can keep it going.
Indeed. Give me some of your best memories of your time here in Seattle.
Oh, there's no question. I've had an opportunity to. I remember looking back, and we used to have the Boeing weekends, and we'd have big crowds here. We'd play the Yankees, and I remember beating Tommy John 16-1, and opening a shutout against Oakland one time, and opportunity to wear a Mariners uniform, playing an All-Star game in '82. I mean, nice. Fun stuff. Great memories, great teammates. Julio Cruz, I understand he's still working here for the Mariners.
He was here yesterday.
He was an exciting player, and I can go on and on.
And being from here too is a big help too, right? I mean, a big part of it.
You bet.
And Floyd, you mentioned '82 being an All-Star. You led the league in strikeouts that year.
I did.
What was working for you that year? What'd you have?
Well, it's one of those things where you got a good live arm and you get that good hammer working.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. You guys probably remember the Kingdome.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a bit of a short porch, and you don't want to give up a lot of fly balls. So it's all about no contact if possible. That turf was fast, and porches were a little bit short. So for me, it was getting ahead with that fastball and trying to put them away with that breaking ball.
Well, '79, your first year with the Mariners, so you were here right after they ended up getting things started. What was it like as far as the team and the guys that were there? You mentioned some of the players earlier, but just because everything was just so new.
It was, and basically with the expansion, teams were only at that time allowed to protect so many. So, you're bringing in Rupert Jones and the guys that are still trying to prove themselves, establish themselves as major league players. So everybody trying to create their own role on their team. That was a bit of a challenge. Later on, when I was there with Rene Latchman, I mean, he was a perfect example of a manager that could really work with younger players and try and help them develop. And I think that was the biggest key when I was here. Is we didn't have a lot of established major league veterans, and we did, like a Gaylord Perry or older guys that had played a long time. They were able to contribute and help the younger players move along.
What do you think when you see a place like this now? After you mentioned the Kingdome.
Well, I remember walking in this place when my sons were coming up. They were at USC. They're playing the University of Washington. The first time I walked in, I go, whoa. This place is probably one of the nicest parks of all time.
For sure.
This place is unbelievable. What a great experience.
Now, you played at the Kingdome, as you mentioned, here with the Mariners. As Seager's going to field this one off the bat of Calhoun. 2 outs. You also started your big league career in Houston. Give me a little contrast comparison between those two buildings.
Well, the Astrodome, as we know, since it says Astros, had zipper turf.
That's right.
So they had so many different things going on, not only baseball, they had motocross. So they'd be taking that turf up and down, and I'll never forget. I remember playing a ball game there and hit a zipper in Cesar Cedeno, and all of a sudden inside the park home run. So, the Kingdome at least didn't have to worry about that. But the Astrodome was cavernous. It was big. And even then, playing with that team was still building. It was, I guess I shouldn't say building. It was an older team that was really struggling to compete in that division. So that was a challenge. Older teammates. It was awesome to come here in Seattle as a young player with younger players on the team. It was an easy fit for me.
Well, you're still a kid in your early 60s here. What are you doing these days?
Well, I actually have a multimedia production studio in Phoenix. I do a lot of ESPN shoots, Sports Illustrated, and PetSmart, and even what's really fun for me in this business is come spring training, I get a chance to do a lot of work with a lot of the spring training teams that are in the Valley.
Oh, that's great.
I enjoy that.
Good for you. How long have you been at that?
Since '03. Yeah, so it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. It's kind of brings back the fact I get a chance to interact with a lot. I mean, like I just did a bunch of football shoots since that season's coming up now at Sports Illustrated. So it's kind of fun to stay connected that way.
Let me get back to a baseball thing. During your time in the big leagues, let's say, what was it from 79? You were 79 to 82, but in the course of your career, some of the great players you played against, some moments that may stand out. You might have got a guy, he might have got you. during that time?
Well, there's a few. We don't have time here to talk about a lot of that stuff, I promise you. But I remember one time pitching in the Kingdom, and I'm going, this is a Sunday game, and I wasn't feeling too right. I remember George Brett hit a ball on the third deck, and if you ever saw the Kingdom, it was pretty far up there. I ended up pitching a complete game, getting the win, but I'll never forget. Boy, that left an impression for a guy, and then the chance to go over and play a couple years with him. I was pretty impressed. He's a true Hall of Famer. I mean, that's just one example of the talent at this level that far exceeds what I could bring to the table. That's for sure.
Well, you had a good run. You really did. And you said your kids were playing at. They were playing at Southern Cal. So
my two oldest boys, Brian and Brett, both play USC, and my youngest son Corey played at Stanford. So they had an opportunity to play at the college level. So it was fun. And now Brian, my oldest, is with the Boston Red Sox. He's VP, and he's really into the SaberMets. He understands a numbers game at this, and so he's head of basically pitching development at the major and minor league level. So he keeps me plugged in on what's going on in Major League Baseball right now.
Have you grabbed hold of some of that stuff?
Oh yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I like that stuff.
Would you have liked it when you were playing?
I would have loved what the advantages of being able to do it between starts. It's amazing what it can do to be able to tell you how you're throwing the ball. I mean, it's amazing when I was playing how many guys would pick up bad habits with sore arms or tired arms or whatever in between starts.
Floyd, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Continued success to you.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Good luck to the Mariners.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you
Floyd
bet.
Bannister joining us here in the booth. When we come back, we're going to see Kyle Seager lead it off, followed by Mitch Haniger and Ben Gamble. Two-1 Mariners trying to go for the sweep here. It'd be their first sweep since last August against the Angels here. Take a look at the Mariners calendar. It's brought to you by Mattress Firm. All-important schedule. These are the big ones coming up. 4 in Texas, 3 at Houston, then come home. Day off Monday, 3 with the Rangers, and then that red-hot Cleveland ball club. They're fighting for the best record in the American League, so there's still a lot on the line for them. So no shrinking violets allowed. These are all big games.
Mariners able to score a couple of runs in the second inning. Like to see him start to add to that. Kyle with a double down into the corner. He scored one of the runs.
Kyle was at the dish when Nelly thought he could take second base when the ball got by Maldonado, the catcher. Didn't go very far, and plus Maldonado's got a great arm. They threw him out. Maldonado also caught Haniger trying to steal back in the second inning.
And for Nelson, that's always a tough read. You're never sure how far the ball is going to get away from the catcher. You just see it get behind him and you take off right away, which is what you're taught. Unfortunately for him, it was just maybe a step and a half, and you mentioned the strong arm was able to get him.
Like the thought, though, he wants to be aggressive. (3-1). Floyd looked like he could play a little bit if he had to. He's in good shape.
He's in great shape. Nice first pitch. I asked myself, it was a little bit of a quick pitch. Hitter wasn't ready.
Love it.
It was a strike too.
Like he's concerned for a fellow left-hander.
Yeah.
Hey man, that guy's pitching well. I don't want to mess him up. Mariners got the 2-run second inning. RBI triple Gamble. RBI single for Bizanino. Coming with 2 outs. And Seager's aboard with a walk. That is the first walk of the ball game.
A good start, especially with Haniger walking to the plate. He has been hot. 3 hits last night. A base hit his first time up in this ball game. Base hit into right field.
What similarities do you see, if any, from his .342 start out of the gate back in April to what he's doing right now?
Well, I think his timing is a lot better. He has the big leg kick, and it's critical for him to get his foot down on time. I talked to Scott Brocious about it, and one of the things that Mitch even talked about was his bat. You can see the plane of his bat. He thought it was getting a little too flat. Just misses this as he skies it out to center field.
There's a throw by Trout. Seager will retreat. And that looked like one of the swings, another half-hit jump on the barrel.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's been a big difference in. But more than anything, I think with the leg kick, it's the timing. And when his foot hits the ground, he's ready to go. And he just missed that pitch. And I like the fact that he's using the entire field. It lets you know that he's letting the ball travel. He's not in a hurry to try to do anything with it. Picked up a couple of hits to right last night. His first base hit today into right field. Hit the home run to left center. So good signs across the board for him. Really swinging well.
Triple and single right field last night. There's Gamble. Fly ball to deep left center field. Upton gave way to Trout. Trout was giving way to Upton and it dropped in. Martin Maldonado. We'd seen him throw really well down in one of our first or second series down in Anaheim. One pitch. Center field, and Trout's right there. Two outs. Nitro Circus is coming to Safeco Field this Saturday. Catch spectacular, death-defying entertainment from 35 of the world's best freestyle motocross and BMX riders. Tickets are available right now at Ticketmaster.com.
See if Mike can pick up another base hit. Really been swinging the bat well. A number of the Mariners have been, and Mike has one. Had a base hit his first time up.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss.
Also picked up an RBI.
Base hit for Mike, his 8th on the homestand. 8 for 21. On to Mike Seager at first. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. So 0-2 to Mike. 2 out. Runner at first. Here we are, game 143. Where'd the season go? I tell you, where'd it go? It's amazing.
For the Mariners, right here in front of them.
It is. Very encouraging to know that Felix will get a start Friday.
Yes.
Paxton Saturday.
Great.
Scott Service said he hopes to get them both 4 goes before 4 opportunities. Coming down the stretch drive. I'm thinking, boy, if they can get hot here going through Texas, not only will they have them back, they get the emotional lift of having those guys back.
Yeah, you get them both back, and hopefully things go well for them. And then the next time out, it'll feel even more normal because they can extend their pitch count.
Yeah, you bet. Strike 3 called. Zunino didn't like it. Ryan Addington, home plate umpire, rings him up. Nothing across for the Mariners. We go to the 5th inning, 2-1 Seattle. Wild card. The Mariners can hold on and win and get up to 72 wins. The Rangers are losing. With time with the Angels. Baltimore plays later on tonight against the red-hot Cleveland Indians. Here's C.J. Cron leading off, followed by Martin Maldonado and Brandon Phillips, 8-9-1. Cron with a base hit to left, hard hit base hit. Erasmo Ramirez giving up a run on 4 hits. A run on a home run by Mike Trout in the 1st inning.
You mentioned the base hit. It was on a cut fastball on the outside corner. Pretty good pitch, really. So this time Ramirez starts him off with a better fastball on the inside corner. Late swing from Cron.
Very interesting times. Musical chairs trying to reach the playoffs here. Strike 2 to Cron. Ramirez going for his 5th career win against the Angels. Good pitch running in on his hands.
Watching the way all this is changing, Dave, it sure looks like you're going to have a play-in, don't you think?
Yeah. Was it? We didn't talk about it, but I must have been driving home listening to another show, and I think I was listening to Sirius XM, and I forget who it was, but he said there's going to be a playoff game, a play-in game. Yeah. And I heard Mike Lowell say it on MLB TV.
Yeah,
that there's going to be a play-in game.
It's amazing that nobody has run away with it. I think there's going to be too. That'll make some exciting baseball for everybody.
Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Back-to-back Ks for Erasmo. He's got 4 in the afternoon. So 1 out here in the 5th inning. Get Sounder Train and Link Light Rail tickets right to your phone. Riding is easy with the Transit Go Ticket app. So the action out in the pen this afternoon. Brings up Martin Maldonado, popped out to Cano to end the 2nd inning. Strike 1. A good pitch by Erasmo. 0-2. Maldonado's had a very difficult road trip. Going 4 for 26. Strike 3 call. Got him. Both catchers now have been rung up looking. 5th strikeout for Erasmo.
This is just a good fastball on the outside corner. You can see the run to it. No question it was on the plate. Good pitch. Be the 3rd time through the lineup. Phillips leadoff hitter stepping in. Ground out. Or pop out. Or line out, excuse me. And a ground out.
Broken bat, slow roller. Seager cut it off. Double clutch. Hangs with it. Throws him out. Good inning. Really good inning. 2 strikeouts and a harmless ground out. 1, 2, 3. Go the Angels. Erasmo looking good. 2-1 lead. Bank difference of the ball game. Let's take you back. Inning number 2. Couple of men out. Here's Ben Gamble.
That's the fly ball out to left field. A little bit of confusion in left. It'll turn into a triple for Gamble as he drives in a run. Kyle Seager going to score. Ben running hard the entire time.
And here's Mike Zunino. Pops one up. And it worked out really well. Little blooper down the right field line. And that scored Gamble. Here's Heredia leading off. Guillermo with a base hit to center. First time up. That was the 5th. 5 consecutive hits in that inning against Parker Bridwell. 1-1 to count. Guillermo, then Segura, then Alonso. Boy, how about this? Milwaukee sweeps the Cubs. 3-1 final today. 1-2. So the Cub lead down to 2 games.
Well, not just that, but Milwaukee's still trying to catch Colorado for that second wild card spot. So knowing that they're playing the Cubs, are going to sweep them. It's pretty strong.
Well, the fact that 2 back there, you know, I think, well, if you have your druthers, you want to win that division. I mean, you want to get in the playoffs, but if you have your druthers, you'd like to win the division. That'd be an unbelievable story if they were to, they had the lead, gave it up to the Cubs, and if they were to run them down and beat them for the division, man, oh man, it'd be very impressive.
They've really played well this year. Colorado in the meantime ahead of the Dodgers. They're in the 4th inning. Colorado up 2-0.
2-2 to Heredia. Swung on and driven deep to left center field. Trout going back. It's hanging in the air. He's going to catch it. Congratulations to Dusty Baker and the Washington Nationals. With the Braves lost, the Nationals clinch the NL East. And let's see, with 88 wins, the Dodgers at 92. The #1 seeds within reach. Here's Segura 0 for 2. Ground ball Simmons on the backhand, quick release.
It's so smooth.
I know, isn't it something?
Yeah.
You know, just everything just moves nice and easy, and sometimes you gotta, you know, that cross the body throw was nothing. I mean, for him, that was really
even the
something
backhanded
to watch.
play where he had to field it off the top of his shoe basically, and to get rid of it quickly. And even earlier in the game, we were talking about it with Cruz getting thrown out at second base, and the quick tag on the one hopper down to second base was fun to watch.
Yeah, he's got the whole package. And he's developed into a very good hitter after being an all defensive guy. Sort of like Ozzie Smith came up, he was all defense. Omar.
Yeah.
And now this kid's done it quicker, turning into a big time hitter quicker than those two guys did. 1-1 to Alonso, who's 0 for 2. Strike out and fly to right. Under sends one to Calhoun. Quick inning. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 6th. It's a 2-1 Mariner lead. This youngster already looking like a big leaguer. Big day for Erasmo Ramirez through 5. Looking good, giving up a run on 3 hits. He struck out 5, hasn't walked anybody. The only blemish, the home run to Mike Trout, the second batter in the ball game. There you have it. He's done really good work. Since that 1 run on 2 hits in the first inning, 1 hit, he's a couple of hits. He gave up the 1 hit to Crone, base hit in the second, and a double in the 4th to Simmons. Speaking of Mr. Trout, he seems to be catching everything sent his way today.
He's been busy in center field. Ramirez had a good fastball, 92 to 94 with some run to it. The cutter has been there for him, and a great changeup.
Bounce foul, fielded by Ron Renicky, former Brewer manager. A few minutes ago, we were talking about the Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. Brewers are making a run on the Cubs, but the Nationals and the Dodgers are going to get together for a 3-game series in Washington, September 15, 16, 17. That could be interesting as it relates to winning the #1 seed in the National League.
Good fastball from Ramirez at the top of the strike zone. Late swing.
Oh, 2 to Trout. Trout, Upton, and Pujols 2, 3, and 4 here for the Angels. Strike 3 called. He gets Trout. Didn't like the call by Ryan Addington. 6 strikeouts for Erasmo.
And a perfect pitch. Talked about his fastball. His command has been really good today. And this is just a good fastball. Typically he likes the ball down, but that right there is on the corner. Runs it right off the inside corner. Well done by Mike Zunino. You can see him frame it and hold it there for him. Big strikeout.
Here's Upton, ground out the first and a strikeout. Ball 1. Erasmo had 5 strikeouts his last outing. Outing before that was against Houston. Outing before that he had 7 at Baltimore.
He's now at 80 pitches, 55 strikes.
One off his season best. 7 strikeout performance at Baltimore. 1-1. It's just pounding some strikes.
He's done an excellent job using both sides of the plate, but also elevating his fastball at times.
Time called. On 2 pitch. 2-2. Throwing strikes, not walking anybody. Boy, is that refreshing. 2-2. Pounded foul.
Throwing the ball well. We talked about it. He has 5 quality starts in a row, consecutive quality starts coming into this game.
Two to Upton. Kansas City game has gone final. KC beats Minnesota 11-3. Chalk up a loss to Minnesota, win for Kansas City. Two pitch. Could have gone his way.
He's been getting the low strike, especially over the last few innings. Pujols waiting on deck.
3-2 pitch. Cano playing behind the bag, throw him out. Two away here in the 6th. Your breakout MLB season is on Nintendo Switch. RBI Baseball 2017. You know, it's filled with fast-paced pickup and play action with all your favorite MLB teams, players, ballparks, and more. So get RBI Baseball today for Nintendo Switch. Learn more today at rbigame.com. Yankees added another run. It's 12-4 Yankees over Texas, bottom 6 down in Arlington. Strike 1 Pujols, who singled, stole second in the first inning. Hit a comebacker to Erasmo in the 4th. Good pitch. He's ahead 0-2. Tired the last 6 men that he's faced. Of the last 13. Did he go? No.
After a couple of pitches away, back inside. He's consistently done this. Have him look out over the plate, time up inside, just missing the inside corner.
Two and two. Oh, what a lift this has been. Albers, what he's done, what Ramirez has done. He's got service open for a big performance out of Miranda tomorrow. And
Mike
again,
Leake in his 2 starts has joined the Mariners.
Wow, really good. Felix and Paxton Friday, Saturday, respectively. Foul tip, caught by Zunino, inning over, strikeout number 7, tying his season best. Rasmo Ramirez dealing here in the 6th, the 2-1 Mariner lead. Root Sports being brought to you by Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Jack in the Box. Come try the new Smoky Jack Burger or Chicken Sandwich. Limited time only. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Love seeing all the cruise ships here in Seattle as Robbie Cano swings and drives one straightaway center field. Going back as Trout, running out of room, but he makes the catch.
Thought that was going to be it. Right up against the fence.
Robbie looking for home run number 300.
3 flyouts for him, 2 of them up against the fence, including this one.
It's Trout's 5th putout. There's Nelson Cruz. Fly to right. Hard hit single to left. 107 RBIs, career best with Baltimore. 108. 14 season. Breaking ball, ball 1. And I like that thought you were talking about. There will be a playoff game.
Yeah,
I'm totally in on that and have been for a while. It's just that kind of year.
Well, there's just so many teams that are right there. And it seemed that we've waited for basically a month for somebody to run away with it, and nobody is. So I think it's just going to stay that way all the way to the end. You mentioned Minnesota losing.
I'll have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Minnesota loses today. Yankees are winning. Baltimore plays Cleveland tonight. Kansas City and Tampa Bay victorious today. How far can Nelly hit one? He's got a 3-1 count.
Also with a home run last night. His 32nd.
Count runs full. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 lead. Trout home run in the first. Mariners get 2 runs in the second. RBIs by Gamble and Zunino. Three-two. Another screaming bullet. My goodness.
He just tomahawks a fastball. He's so much fun to watch. This fastball is up out of the strike zone. He just tomahawks a line drive.
Infielders are saying, hey man, you didn't hit it at me. I'm good. You don't want that bad boy coming at you.
No, you don't.
Oh my goodness. 2 for 3 day for Nelly. Kyle Seager doubled to right and walked. They've got to be 2 of the hardest hit singles we've seen all season.
When you consider that the home run he hit yesterday, the exit velocity at 114, those have to be pretty close to that.
20,094 the attendance here today. Seager, Phillips right there. Two outs.
And then a bad break for the Mariners, and Kyle hits the line drive right at him. Mechaniger 1 for 2 this afternoon. Base hit into right field his first time up. That was back in the 2nd inning.
What if they come up with new ways to score Nelson Cruz's base hits? The one he had in the 3rd, I have HH hit hard. This one I have HRH hit real hard. As the left-hander Alvarez heats up.
Salas, the right-hander.
High fly ball left field, stayed in the yard. Upton with confidence this time makes the play. He makes the play right there, and these youngsters enjoying themselves. 2-1 Mariners. Mariners lead. Time now for a Geico. This date in MLB history. Take you back to the year 2000. Randy Johnson becomes the 12th player in Major League history to strike out 3,000 batters. Extraordinary number. Great accomplishment by the Hall of Famer. Well, here's Erasmo Ramirez pitching into the 7th inning.
91 pitches, 62 strikes for him. Emilio Pagan getting loose in the pen.
Erasmo, his last 5 games has gone 6. His Calhoun hits one off the end of the bat. Cole, 2 groundouts today, 0 for 2.
James Pazos, the left-hander, also throwing in the pen.
This is Look at the ledger of Mr. Ramirez. First time into the 7th inning all season. Of course, he spent a lot of time as a reliever down at Tampa Bay. Seager's in good shape.
His pitch count high is 101. That was against Baltimore. Now at 93 pitches.
There's Simmons, double to left, Sun double. Gamble had it, then lost it. We've seen over the years, we've seen a lot of that here on Sunday afternoons.
Yeah, especially this time of the year, it's difficult.
A little bit like here we are. What today is September 10th, so big difference from say June 10th.
Yeah.
A few degrees here and there in terms of
Exactly
where this.
The angles that they have, yeah.
It's generally the third baseman, or generally the left fielder and the third baseman will really catch it. Center fielder, shortstop to a slightly lesser extent. Two balls, one strike. Three one. Everasmo, just his fifth 3-ball count. Broken bat fly ball left field. Gamble there, 2 outs. A bat's been broken here today. Mariners and EQC salute the men and women of the armed forces with a special ticket offer at nearly all home games this season. Members of the U.S. military receive 10% off select seats. Tickets are available when you show your military ID. Safeco Field box office.
What I liked about that last fly ball is clearly just a routine fly ball to left, but Heredia ran all the way over, and it was because of what happened earlier in the game. He was not going to take it for granted. I think he actually would have been able to make the catch if Gamble hadn't called him off. Good hustle.
Well, that has been a consistent theme all season with this outfield. These 3 guys plus Dyson. Good communication. 1-0 pitch. Luis Valbuena.
Be careful with him.
Yes.
Only hitting just 196 this year, but 18 home runs.
Struck out twice. That one's hit pretty well. Long run by Heredia, and we've got a tie ball game. No sooner had you put a period on that sentence. He goes yard for his 19th homer, 54th run batted in.
Ends up falling behind, so a couple of solo home runs in the game. The first one by Trout in the first, and now this one. He falls behind 2-0, and it's a fastball. It's going to be a fastball right in the middle of the plate at the knees in that loop zone, and he lines it out of the ballpark for his 19th home run of the year. And Scott Service out of the dugout.
We've seen that before from Valbuena. That's his 13th career home run against the Mariners and 167 at bats. And that one hurt. So Erasmo tries to get through 7, can't get it done. Time now for a Beacon Plumbing call to the pen. It's going to be Emilio Pagan. All in all, And his work in 6 2/3 innings here today, Mike.
Another quality start for him. It'll be 6 quality starts in a row. And he had to get cutter going. His fastball was around 93 miles an hour. Two-seamer with some run to it. Great changeup. Mixed in a few sliders. But overall, really threw the ball well. Used both sides of the plate at times, elevating the fastball. And again, a good changeup.
Racked up 7 Ks today. Didn't walk anybody. But the long ball got him twice. Trout in the first and Valbuena in the 7th.
2 earned runs, both of them solo home runs. They mentioned didn't walk anybody. 7 strikeouts, 101 pitches, 67 strikes overall. Emilio Pagan in the game.
C.J. Cron, his first hitter, swing and a miss. Beacon Plumbing call to the pen.
And for Emilio Pagan, his fastball 94 to 95. A pretty good slider, a 3.14 ERA for him. 44 strikeouts over 7 walks. Opponent's hitting just 218.
0-2 here. Mariners 2 runs coming in the 2nd. RBI triple. Gamble and a base hit by Zunino. Home runs for Trout and Valbuena. That's your scoring. Ball and 2 strikes. Thrown a base hit to left field and a strikeout. 1 for 2. Outside. Boy, oh boy, after this, just 6 home games remaining. 3 with Texas, 3 with Cleveland. The rest of the games are on the road. Two pitch, 2 out, nobody on. Full count. Two pitch from Pagan, and that's a high pop. Gamble coming in, and that will do it. And we're even. Things all tied up on a home run by Luis Valbuena, the former Mariner, and we'll keep it right here for God Bless America in this 2-2 ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game here on this Sunday, we ask you to please rise and direct your attention to the area behind home plate to present God Bless America. Please welcome back from Vancouver, BC, Michael Sicoli.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Imagination like never before, so play today. Beautiful day here in Seattle. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching our telecast as the Mariners are tied with the Angels. Luis Valbuena just tied it up with a home run, 2-2 ball game. As we go to the home seventh and a new pitcher for the Angels, Cam Pedrosian. His father Steve, a really good reliever with the Braves back in the early 80s and the Phillies.
This will be his 40th appearance on the year, and he's thrown the ball well. 45 strikeouts in 37 innings. Opponents hitting just .226 against him. Good fastball at 94. Has a curveball to go with it.
We saw him back on April 8th. Inning in 2/3, he struck out 4. He's got Ben Gamble. Put it in play. Hard to the shortstop. Simmons there. 1 out. Next time the Mariners saw Pedrosian it was on August 10th. Pitched a scoreless inning, struck out 2, and then the next day pitched another scoreless inning, 1 hit and 1 strikeout. So he's been tough on the Mariners.
Nick Vincent getting loose in the pen.
Here's Zunino. Strike 1 to Mike. .21 home runs for Mike, one off his career best. Oh, 2 hole. Pedrosian out of Sonoya, Georgia. 25 years old, 6 foot 230. Zunino with 22 home runs back in the 14 season, sitting on 21 here today. Mariners have 2 runs on 7 hits. They get 5 of those hits in the second inning. Since then, just 2. A Cruz base hit in the 3rd, and a Cruz base hit in the 6th. Already is on deck. Two. Mike swings through it. 2 away here in the Mariners 7th. Don't miss the final BECU half-price night of the season. It'll be on Tuesday, September 19th. The Rangers will be here. Fans can score select $13 view level seats and enjoy happy hour specials until first pitch. All you have to do is log on to mariners.com/specials for tickets.
Pedrosian has a good fastball this afternoon. That last fastball to Mike, 96 miles an hour. Mixed in a couple of curveballs with it, but a good heater.
Ball 1 to Heredia, a base hit to center in 2nd. Flight out deep to left center field in the 5th. Yankees keep adding on down in Texas, a 13-4 New York lead in the 8th inning. Arlington, Texas, the next stop for the Mariners. Final trip to the state of Texas. 4 with the Rangers and 3 with the Astros. Check your local listings for next Saturday's game on the 16th at Houston. Fox National game. Three and 0 to Guillermo. 2 out, nobody on. Segura's on deck. Cruz has the only 2 hits for the Mariners since a 2-run 5 hit second inning. 3-0. Straight up in the infield. Trout a couple of steps. He's had a busy day. A couple of steps towards right center. 3-1 pitch. Mariners rotation for this week. It'll be Miranda Monday, Gonzalez Tuesday, Leak Wednesday, Felix Hernandez on Thursday for 35 to 40 pitches, and same number of pitches Friday. James Paxton, that'll be in Houston. Here we go. 3-2, 2 out, nobody on. Line drive, right field, right at Calhoun. Good inning for Bedrosian. Mariners have not touched him all season.
From the Ford Sports Desk, I think you know what time it is. A little hashtag Where I Root presented by Alaska Airlines. Michael, good enough to send this in. Yes, it is a terrific day to sweep the Angels. Let's hope the M's can get it done before they get out of town. Cassidy here helping celebrate her big sister's birthday. Happy birthday, big sis. And Sean in Seattle for the first time. His first Mariners game. Enjoy your time here in the Emerald City, Sean. We send it back upstairs to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Here's Nick Vincent. He'll take her over in the mound here in the 8th inning.
And he has pitched a lot this year. 63 appearances for him, a 2.1 ERA. Opponents hitting just .229. 48 strikeouts, over 12 walks. Fastball right at 90. Cutter 87, 88, and a slider.
He'll get pinch hitter Ben Revere pinch hitting for Martin Maldonado, the catcher. Revere came on in the 7th inning in last night's game. Went 2 for 2. Keep him off the base paths. Plus speed. Ben 20 out of 26 in base stealing. And there's a base hit. Top of the order now, and that'll bring up Brandon Phillips. There's a look. CenturyLink, what's next? Starters for the Texas series. Mariners see Hamels, Gonzalez, Perez, and Cashner. Good to see Felix scheduled to be back in the lineup. Mike Leake 2-0. Marco Gonzalez has had some good moments, and so's Miranda. Going to need their best this week. Time running short. Phillips today, 3, make that 2 ground outs and a line out. Bunt. Cano gets over. Sacrifice executed. 1-4. So 1 out. Revere at second. Brandon Phillips. Little small ball working. That's just his second sacrifice of the season. It's first since joining the Angels.
And they'll just put Trout on after the sacrifice bunt.
Before Upton came here, look at Albert Pujols in this spot, automatically think another double play. That's no gimme here with Upton.
No,
Upton
he runs
today.
well.
Can really motor, and obviously he's got big pop. He's 0 for 3 today. Ground out the 3rd strikeout. And ground out the Cano. First pitch, Nick, line drive, left center field, all kinds of trouble. Revere scoring, Trout's flying. He's going to score easily. 2-run double, Justin Upton. 4-2 lead for the Angels. Boy, did he smoke that. Trout scored from first. He's fun to watch, but not in this situation.
Nice.
Justin Upton with a big knock.
And aggressive first pitch, like a cutter on the outside part of the plate. Drives it into the gap. Trout with his speed scores easily from first. Upton now at 99 RBIs on the year. He's been a run producer all year long. Drives in a couple.
Upton had been 1 for 10 with a home run against Nick. There's Pujols, who's 2 for 6 with a homer against Nick.
Mark Stepchenski, Dan Altavilla both getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
Two 2-0. Four runs on 7 hits now for the Angels. 2 runs, 7 hits for the Mariners. Pujols today, base hit, stolen base in the 1st. Comebacker to the pitcher in the 4th, and a strikeout in the 6th. Moreno. Altavilla and Stepchenski continue to get ready. Albert jumps at a 3-0 pitch. And a long way and foul. He's got 21 homers, 94 runs batted in.
It is rare to see Nick Vincent struggle with his command. Typically has great control of that cut fastball.
High fly ball, left center field. Heredia running out of room on the track. He's under it. Tagging is Upton. And he will get to 3rd with the slide. 2 away.
He's got service out of the dugout. He's going to get Mark Zebchenski, the left-hander.
Cole Calhoun, the next hitter. So lefty it will be. Zebchenski against Cole Calhoun when we come back. Calhoun 1 for 9 against Zebchenski. Tough day here for Nick Vincent. Around after the game to watch a new episode of Mariners All Access. You'll get exclusive player interviews, behind the scenes footage, and Mariners stories you can't find anywhere else. And if you missed today's episode, tune in for re-airs throughout the week on Root Sports. For your local programming schedule, visit rootsports.com. Mark Zebchenski taking over for the Mariners, and they need an out here to get Cole Calhoun with a runner at third, 2 down.
57 appearances for Mark this year, 2-1 record. They are at just under 4 at 3.99. 24 strikeouts, 19 walks. Opponents hitting .243, sinking fastball at 92 miles an hour, a slider, occasional changeup to the right hander.
Calhoun today 0 for 3, twice bounced into the shift, once at second, once at third, and another ground ball to Seager. He did go. Strike 1.
Starts him off with a pretty good slider.
Big inning here in the 8th for the Angels. Blake Parker, one-time Mariner, heating up. Oh, 2 strikes. Justin Upton, the runner at third, doubled in 2 runs, scoring Trout and Maldonado, and make that Revere, beg your pardon. Here comes the runner, Upton, he's in there.
It is a heads-up play. You have to give him credit. It's rare that you see a runner at third try to score on a ball that is out in front of home plate. We'll take a look at it in the dirt. Getting a pretty good secondary lead. Goes out in front of Mike, and he takes off right away, and that's the big key to it right there. Ends up on the grass, and nothing that Mike can do about it.
Wild pitch scores that run, now a 3-run advantage for the Angels. Full count here to Calhoun. Just enough to talk with Dave Hansen, who's a one-time Mariners batting coach. 3-2 to Calhoun. A flare. Here's Gamble. Can't get it.
Great effort. That'll be a base hit.
Third hit this inning by the Angels. Andrelton Simmons will be the 7th man to the plate. Ooh, off the wrist.
Scott Service out of the dugout, going to make another pitching change.
The Angels have a 5-2 lead. Trying to stop the bleeding here. It's the Angels by 3 here in the 8th. We want you to join in on the conversation for up-to-date game information and live interaction. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out and stay connected with Root Sports. New pitcher for the Mariners going to be Dan Altavilla.
And for Dan, a good fastball, mid to upper 90s. Has a slider to go with it. 33 appearances on the year, a 1-1 record, 41 strikeouts in 37 innings. Opponents hitting .262 against Dan. Dan is the 4th reliever for the Mariners this afternoon.
He's got Andrelton Simmons, Cole Calhoun at first. 3 runs in here for the Angels. Way outside, ball 1. Simmons 1 for 2 against Altavilla. Dan pitched 1 inning last night, gave up a hit and struck out 1. Hit down to Seager on backhand. Throws him out, but damage done. 3 runs on 3 hits. And a man left. Work to do for the Mariners, down 5-2. a new catcher, Juan Guerrero. He'll take over behind the plate for Martin Maldonado. And a new pitcher, Blake Parker.
And for Blake Parker, his fastball at 94 miles an hour has a split and a curveball to go with it. 65 appearances. He has pitched a lot for the Angels this year, a 2.36 ERA, so he has pitched well. 76 strikeouts, over 16 walks. Opponents hitting just 170 against him.
Parker pitched 1 game for the Mariners in 16. Cut loose. Yankees picked him up. He pitched 16 games for them. And now stalwart here in the Angels bullpen. Top of the order. Gene Segura looks at strike 1.
Let's see the Mariners make something happen right here, because when it gets to the 9th inning, there are going to be some shadows to deal with. It's never easy to try to hit shadows halfway out to the mound.
Gene 0 for 3 today. 0-2. Parker 6'3", 225 out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. Went to the University of Arkansas. Big Suey. Drew Smiley and Dallas Keuchel from there. He did well to get a piece of that. Segura, Alonso, and Cano here in the 8th inning. Here comes the 0-2.
A pretty good job to lay off of that split down out of the strike zone.
Mariners went for 2 runs on 5 hits in the 2nd inning. Since then, the only hits they belong to Nelson Cruz. Giovanni Gallardo heating up for inning number 9. Comes a 1-2 from Parker to Segura. Infield straight up, and those shadows continue to creep. Out back.
Seen this from Gene a lot this year. He gets 2 strikes. He's in swing mode. And he's a pretty good bad ball hitter.
How about Oakland? 4-1 on Houston, top of the 7th. Comes a 1-2 pitch. Gene deep to left, and that baby's gone. Gene the hit machine with home run number 9, RBI number 39. Makes it a 5-3 ball game. 1-2 pitch, got all of it. Good way to start a comeback.
Quick run for the Mariners. It looks like it's a split right at the bottom of the strike zone. Now 81 miles an hour, gets the barrel to it.
Hoping to blast from tying it up. Alonso fouls one off. He struck out, twice fly to Calhoun in right. Needed that from Gene to get this thing started in the 8th. First hit since the Cruz single to left in the 6th inning. Oh, and 2. Got a battle here. 0-2. Pitch to Alonso. Strike 3 called.
No argument. Pretty good pitch right on the corner. You can see it on the tracer. 93 miles an hour. Just a well executed pitch.
Myers, Reby Cano. Cano 0 for 1 against Blake Parker. Cruz on deck. He too 0 for 1 against Parker. First pitch strike. Today to the track and left, caught out there by Upton, flied out to center twice.
Let's go, round the court.
Here's the 0-1. How much of a pain is the shadow like that at this point?
It's not too bad yet. It's basically when it gets out to the grass, that's when it starts to become a problem. So this inning, I think they're going to be okay. It's not fun, but it gets to be a problem. When it's about halfway out to the mound is when it's a real problem.
Real tough to pick up the spin.
That's exactly what it is. The ball just looks gray.
Two and one. Top 9, the Yankees 14, Texas 6. Houston trailing at Oakland 4-1. Tampa Bay has won at Boston 4-1. Two and pitch here to Cano. Here I say, oh, that's low. Ryan Addington, home plate umpire. Two and two. Pitch to Cano from Parker. Full count, Cruz on deck. Well, he's had two of the hardest hit singles you ever want to see his last two times up. Payoff pitch here to Cano. He didn't protest on that one. 2 down.
Just a good fastball in the middle of the plate. We'll take a look at it. Another fastball.
Safe to say he was sitting on a breaking ball.
Or we're just worried about the split. He'll throw a split quite a bit with 2 strikes. I mentioned Nelson hitting the ball hard for a couple of singles. See if he can get one in the air this time.
Last two hit very hard to left field. He was thinking right along with it. 0-1, 2 out, run in on the Segura home run to lead off the 8th. Gallardo readying to pitch the 9th. One and one. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Gratterall set up outside. Long foul ball.
A couple of fastballs. The first one down the middle, that one right on the corner. Pretty good pitch.
we go, 2 out, nobody on. A 1-2 pitch to Cruz. Foul off his foot. That's not good.
No, that is not good at all.
Matt Toth coming out with Scott service.
Typically when you hit one off your foot, you can walk it off fairly quickly. This is concerning for him to take that long. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. It's about as tough as they get. Couldn't tell where it hit him exactly. Look at it.
Oh boy.
He's going to walk it off.
That hurts. You mentioned it. He's as tough as they come. Big pain threshold. We've seen him do that in his time here in Seattle. So 1-2 to Nelly. 2 out, nobody on. Mariners need a couple of base runners. 5-3 ball game. 5 runs, 8 hits. No errors for the Angels. For the Mariners, 3 runs on 8 hits. 2-run double by Upton and a wild pitch scored 3 at the top of this inning. 1-2. Foul back. Looking for something good to happen here. 1-2. The pitch from Parker. Two. Parker gives up the home run. A 1-2 pitch to Segura. Strikes out Alonso looking on an 0-2 pitch. Cano on a 3-2 pitch looking. Now Cruz has worked the count to 2-2. Strike 3 called. He gets 3 strikeouts, all looking after the home run. Mariners get a run. They draw a little bit closer. Tough way to end that inning. They trail 5-3. Top of the 9th inning. Mariners on a short end right now, 5-3. And time now for our CenturyLink What's Next. Here's your pitching matchups for the next series in Arlington, Texas. Miranda, Hamels, Gonzalez against Gonzalez, Leak and Perez, Hernandez, and Cashner. Paxton will go Friday in Houston. Giovanni Gallardo, our Beacon Plumbing, called to the pen.
26 appearances, most of them as a starter. 5.79 ERA, 92 strikeouts, over 58 walks, opponents hitting .272 against Gallardo. Earlier this year when he was in the bullpen, he pitched well out of the pen, so hopefully that will be the case here this afternoon. Keep the score right where it's at, give the Mariners a chance in the bottom of the ninth.
7th inning. Man coming to the plate right here. Luis Valbuena did damage, had a 2-0 count against Ramirez, and he had a home run straight away center field. Tied the game at 2-2, and in the 8th, 2-run double by Upton. And then Upton scored on a wild pitch. Gallardo needs a quick and efficient top of the ninth here. Good time to work yourself into it. You got to have it immediately.
He was able to do that earlier when he went to the pen.
Yeah, that run he had was outstanding. Big help to the Mariners this year. Two balls, one strike. Boy, not trying to sell that he was able to check that swing. It'll be a no sale. He's pretty upset.
So it will be Petit in the 9th inning for the Angels. He's getting loose right now.
Full count. Snarrow. Petit. Pitch in Friday night's game. 3-2 pitch here from Gallardo. Fouled off. Gallardo had the good run coming out of the bullpen in early July. 3-2 pitch here. No play for Gamble. The Mariners coming to bat in the 9th inning. It'll be Segura, Haniger, and Gamble coming up. Three-two pitch. Powering pop. Cano's got room. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Remember the protocol here. One away.
Yeah, Robbie's there in great shape. I don't think Alonso wanted to take his eye off the ball. We talked about the sun earlier, and I don't think he ever knew that Robbie was standing there, obviously, or he wouldn't have run into him.
C.J. Cron swing and a miss. C.J. base hit to left in the second, since then a strikeout and fly to left. After high cheese couldn't get it. Gallardo's best performance out of the pen was part of a 13-3 win here at home on June 23rd. He went 3 innings out of the pen, 2 hits, a walk and a strikeout. 1-2. Did he go? Did not. Swing and miss. Gallardo going right after him. Nice work. 2 down. Boy, it seems like a totally different guy coming out of the pen.
That's good fastball. All of it at the top of the strike zone from him.
In that June 23rd game, Gallardo got a save.
Also working quickly.
Yeah. And another appearance. The next appearance was against Kansas City. Faced 10 batters, 1 hit, 1 run. An appearance after that against Oakland, 4 1/3 out of the pen, 1 hit, no runs, with 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Fastest pace he's shown this year, without question.
And throwing strikes, 15 pitches, 10 strikes, 3 batters, 3 first pitch strikes.
One and 2. Two outs and a 1-2 offering in the dirt. Count evens at 2 and 2. This is Juan Gratterall, the catcher. Two and 2. Fly ball right field towards the corner, towards the line. There's Henniger making the catch. Good inning. Gallardo, he goes 1, 2, 3 in the bottom third of the order. Got to get it done right here. Seager, Henniger, and Gemmel coming up. Mariners trail 5-3.
Get those rally caps on. Kyle Seager to lead off for the Mariners in the bottom of the ninth, trailing the Angels by 2 in the series. And homestand finale, Mike Trout solo home run today. Let's get that guy out of town. Here's what's coming your way on Mariners postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines. Oh, and Justin Upton, yeah, he's made a huge difference today. We'll hear from the skipper, Scott Service, reaction from the clubhouse, preview the trip to Texas, which will include the returns of Felix and James Paxton. Also get you up to date on the wild card race. That and more on Mariners postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines, as we send it up to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom. Time to get busy here. Bottom 9. I'll have to do it against Ismael Petit. Kyle Seager will lead it off.
For Petit, he is not overpowering as you look at his numbers this year. 51 appearances, .6222 ERA. Opponents need .205. His fastball right around 90 miles an hour.
Caleb Cowart took over at third base, and Seager fouls it off the end of the bat. Strike one. Kyle double to right, walk, and a soft liner to second base.
For Petit, that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Cutter, curve, and changeup to go with it. He's going to work the edges of the plate.
Fly ball towards the line. There's Upton tracking. He's there. Foul territory. One out. There's Caleb Cowart. He takes over for Valbuena at third. There's Mitch Haniger. 1 for 3. Also caught stealing after he got a base hit to right in the second. He was thrown out by Maldonado.
See if you can get a base hit, find a way to get on. Give Gamble or Zunino a chance to hit one out of the ballpark.
Did not go. This is Todd Titchener. 2-0 to Mitch. Got to get him on board. You got Ben Gamble. He's on deck. Rally caps. They're primed. Popped up and playable. Crone in foul territory. And his last hope, Ben Gamble, down 2. Maybe get him on. Ben today with a RBI triple back in the second. Line out to center and a ground out to short. Strike one. Gamble 1 for 2 against Petit. One the count.
See it with Petit. He's not overpowering. Not your typical closer that you'll see today. And there are the shadows that we were talking about last inning. Makes it really tough for the hitters. It's not a lot of fun.
On 1 pitch. Fly ball deep. Trout trying to find it in the sun. Battling. He's there. Makes the catch. He made 6 putouts today. And that's your ball game as the Angels salvage a game in this series. They win 5-3 after the Mariners had a 2-1 lead through 6 innings.
And for Ramirez, another quality start for him. Really pitched well. 6 2/3, 2 earned runs. Mariners end up winning the series, trying to get greedy and sweep him. That did not work out for them, but still a tough road trip ahead of them now. They go to Texas for 4 and Houston for 3.
In an up and down nature of this season, it's been a resilient bunch. They're going to have to keep doing it that way, no question about it. For Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Mariner programming continues right now with the Mariners post game presented by Alaska Airlines. It starts right now with Brad and Dave. Fellas.
All right, gentlemen, a whole lot of red out there celebrating as Upton, the big 2-run double in the 8th inning. Angels, again, salvage 1 game as the Mariners win their 3rd series against the Angels this year. And I think Dave Sims said it best, Val. Kind of an up and down season, an up and down game today, an up